guys, it's Jenny here. Welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be doing a little bit of an informal wrap-up slash TBR. I just really didn't feel like getting the whole setup going, like the ring light and everything like that. Plus the kitten is like actually laying down for once. So I figured I'd try to pop this video out while I could. So we are first going to get a hold of my wrap-up, which most of you guys probably already have seen it. So, I read 6 books this month, which is not too bad considering I have been in the worst slump lately, and granted, I wanted to get more than this done, but I am super proud that I was able to get this done because I have some pretty chunky books on this wrap-up, and anyways, you guys have already seen most of this, so I'm not going to dwell too long on them. But the first one I got done this month was my reread of A Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J. Maas. I really wanted to reread the series one more time before I delved into A Court of Silver Flames, and honestly, every time I reread this book, I feel like it just gets better because I'm always paying so much more attention to detail. After that, I read, this order might be a little bit messed up because my mind's a little bit fuzzy, but I next read The Shadows Between Us by Trisha Levenseller, and this essentially centers on a girl named Alessandra, I think her name was. Yeah, Alessandra, who kind of lives like a low life, like she's not low life, but like, she's from a decently respected family, but she's the second daughter, so she usually gets looked over. So she has this elaborate plan to woo the Shadow King, marry him, and then kill him and take his power. And it just ends up, you know, being a little bit more than that. And I really ended up liking this book. I think I gave this either a 4 or 4.5 star. I didn't bump it all the way up to a 5 just because a lot of it felt rushed in places. And then it would like be really quick pace, and then it would like slow right down and nothing would happen for like 50 pages. And it's a pretty short book. So I was like, But I really did enjoy it. Super glad I read it. Yeah, I like that one. And then, of course, I did my reread of A Court of Frost and Starlight by Sarah J. Maas, which I really, really loved. Oh, it was like my whole heart. I love this book. It's just, I don't reread it as often as like A Court of Mist and Fury, but I really do love this book. Granted, there's no plot to it, but like, sometimes I get sick of reading a plot in these books. Sometimes I just want my characters to be happy. And for the most part, they were in this book, and I really loved it. Very precious to me. I love this book. And then it took a drastic turn, and I read Den of Vipers by K.A. Knight. I think I ended up giving this like a 3.5 stars. It wasn't bad, but like I said, it's like the smuttiest book I've ever read. And it's super violent and super gory, so take what you want from that. But I did like the characters and the whole so they're in like the mafia, correct? And I don't know, it was just cool to like see that dynamic, even though it was pretty violent at times. And not a bad read. I kind of flew through it, to be honest with you, but that's because like it's 90% smut and 10% plot line, but okay. Anyways, moving on, I did read Shine Your Icy Crown by Amanda Lovelace, which I loved so much. I think this is her newest installment. I can't recall if I read the one before this or not. Break Your Glass Slippers. I think I did. No, I definitely did. It's pink, right? Kind of looks like, yeah, I read that. I gave this a 5 out of 5 stars. When I read this, it was like, you guys know, it was like I was having a bad time that week, and I read this at the exact right time. I really needed to hear that, and I don't know, this book resonated with me a lot, and I just think that even though she writes, it's more blunt instead of like lyrical, I guess. I mean, don't get me wrong, her poetry is still beautiful, but it's not like she's trying so hard to make it magical. She's just saying, you know, bluntly, like, it's basically, don't even know. But I really love the way that she writes poetry. And it had all of these beautiful illustrations in it every once in a while. And all of her books usually have tiny illustrations too. But some of her books have the big pages of them. Let me find one more pretty one. Oh, this one. This one's super pretty. And yeah, I cannot wait for her to release more poetry. Because she's like an auto-buy author for me. Her and Atticus Poetry? I haven't seen anything from him recently. And then finally, the big kahuna, I managed to start and finish A Court of Silver Flames in under a week. No. Yes. I finished this in like 5 days. And 5 out of 5 stars. I loved it. I will tell you guys, I did not like Nesta until like the first 100 pages, but the last 100 pages were pretty special. Like, I'm gonna try to find the exact point. Okay, it was like this far. This is when I kind of started to like her more. But even then, there was still a couple of points like within that last bit that I was still like, what the hell? Like, why? But I love the dynamic of her and her friends and the house and stuff like that. I love the adventures. I love the plot of the story. I loved meeting the new characters and, you know, getting to know more of the older characters. And yeah, the ending was great. I think that I probably would reread this, but not for a while because, I don't know, I was just like gobbling up every bit of this world that I could. And I don't know. I still have to sit and think about it for a little bit, but yeah. So that was my June wrap up. Could it have been better? Yes, but I also did take a week off for personal issues, as you guys know. So let us get into the July TBR. I think I'm still going to continue on doing the weekly TBR challenges, and I think that I worked it out so I can read like 3 books a week. I'm not going to be like doing a schedule or anything like that. I'm just going to sit down and grab 3 of these books, and we're going to try to see if I can finish them all in a span of a week. So let's get right into it, shall we? So the first book is Kingdom of the Wicked by Carrie Maniscalco. I know you guys are probably so sick of seeing this on my TBR, but I just really do want to finish it this time around. I probably could have finished it this month because there are a couple days left, but I think I need a cool down period and to just like be lazy for a couple days because I am on a couple day work streak. I have to work today, tomorrow, and Thursday, and then I think it's like the first of the month after that, so I'll be working, but I have already started this. We're getting right back into the trauma and drama on chapter 5, page 40. And yeah, it's pretty interesting, the magic system so far, so I'm eager to get back into this and finish it. Further, this is a really good story, and I think the sequel is coming out this year. And it basically centers on twin sisters who are stray key witches who live secretly among humans, avoiding notice and persecution. One night, one of the sisters goes missing, and the other one finds her sister dead. So the sister, Amelia, finds her sister dead, and then she goes looking for vengeance, and she meets one of the princes of hell I'm excited. And then we have The House in the Cerulean Sea by TJ Klune, and I actually don't know anything about this, so I'm just going to read the synopsis. It says, a magical island, a dangerous task, a burning secret. Linus Baker is a book by the book caseworker in the department in charge of magical youth. At 40, he lives in a tiny house with a devious cat and his old records for company. But his quiet life is about to change. Linus is summoned by extremely upper management and given a curious and highly classified assignment. Travel to an orphanage on a distant island and determine whether 6 dangerous magical children are so dangerous, in fact, that they're likely to bring about the end of days. When Linus arrives at the strangest of islands, he's greeted by a series of mysterious figures, the greatest mystery of which is Arthur Parnassus, the master of the orphanage. As Linus and Arthur grow closer, Linus discovers the master would do anything to keep the children safe, even if it means the world has to burn, or worse, his secret comes to light. Oh my god, is this going to be LGBTQ? I have a feeling that this is probably going to be super pure. Ooh! 1984 meets Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. Consider me freaking intrigued. Okay, can we just point out how much I hate paperbacks that are like this, though? Like, just give me the full cover. I promise I won't care. It says modern fairy tale. Gay. It says wrapped up in a gay blanket. Okay, cool. This is gonna be cute. I'm super excited to read that. And then we also have a TBR vet, honestly, and it's Furthermore by Tahira Mafi. And honestly, I don't even remember what this is about. I got this so long ago. It was like back when I first started my channel. I think I got this on Book Outlet. Yep. I think this is middle grade, actually. It says there are only 3 things that matter to Alexis Queensmeadow. Mother, who wouldn't miss her. Magic and color, which seem to elude her. And most important of all, Father, who has always loved her. It has been almost 3 years since the day Father disappeared from Fernwood with nothing but a ruler in his pocket, but Alice is determined to find him. She loves her father even more than she loves adventure, and she'll have to embark on one to find the other. To bring Father home, she will travel through the mythical, dangerous land of Furthermore, where down can be up, paper is alive, and left can be both right and very, very wrong. Her only companion is a boy named Oliver, who is an experienced guide with his own tangled secrets. This kind of sounds like Alice in Wonderland. Like an Alice in Wonderland retelling. I'm kind of excited to read it, but I really just, like, want to... I want to read all of Tahira's books because I know that she is such a good writer, even beyond Shatter Me and... What's the other one? The one... I'm looking right at it, but I can't read the title. Anyways, but curious to check it out. And then next, we have another book you guys are so sick of seeing on my TBR. House in Earth and Blood by Sarah J. Maas. I think that I'm ready to conquer this book. I really do. Because I'm done waiting for A Court of Silver Flames. I've read it. There's no other books announced besides the sequel to this. So it's time I get crack-a-lackin', and I'm not going to pick up where I left off. I am going to start over. I feel nervous now. Anyways, we're gonna do it. You guys already know. We're not talking about this one. It's been way too long. And then next, we have Captive Prince by C.S. Pacat. What I understand for this is that... Okay, so there's a boy named Damon, who is a warrior hero to his people and the rightful heir to the throne of Ikilos. But when his half-brother seizes power, he is captured, stripped of identity, and sent to serve the prince of an enemy nation as a pleasure slave. Oh! Okay, so basically one of these princes gets sold to slavery to an enemy kingdom. I was recommended this. Next is Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston. Do you know how long it took me to find this book? I was like, hey, I can't believe I haven't read that yet. And I was looking for it. I'm like, okay, why isn't it on my pink paperback shelf? It's not anywhere. I couldn't find it on any of my shelves. There's a whole box of books still in my brother's room that I forgot to shelve when I did my rainbow shelves. So anyways, Red, White, and Royal Blue, Casey McQuiston. This is an enemies to lovers between America's first son falls in love with the Prince of Wales. Next, we have Daughter of the Pirate King by Trisha Levin Seller, and I've been getting so many recommendations for this on Book Talk and everything like that. Plus, ever since I read The Shadows Between Us, I've really been wanting to read her first couple books. Oh, her name's Alosa. Alessandra. I like the rhythm. It says, there will be plenty of time for me to beat him soundly once I've gotten what I tried for. Okay. Sent on a mission to retrieve an ancient hidden map, the key to a legendary treasure trove, 17-year-old pirate captain Alosa deliberately allows herself to be captured by her enemies, giving her the perfect opportunity to search their ship. More than a match for the ruthless pirate crew, Alosa has only one thing standing between her and the map: her captor, the unexpectedly clever and unfairly attractive first mate Raiden. But not to worry, for Alosa has a few tricks up her sleeve, and no lone pirate can stop the Daughter of the Pirate King. This sounds like it's gonna be hella good, and I'm pretty excited. It kind of reminds me of... Oh! What's that book called? It's like on the tip of my brain, and I can't think of it. Oh, shit. Is it by Alexandra Bracken? Oh my god, it's gonna bug the hell out of me too. And I can't see my shelf. Oh! Anyways. Hang on. No. We're not gonna. Next, we have Rapsodic by Laura Thalassa, and this was also a highly recommended book on the Sarah J. Maas group I'm a part of. And all I understand from this is that there is a siren who has a bunch of beads that are on a bracelet, and they're magical IOUs for favors she's received. Only death or repayment will fulfill the obligations. And apparently there's the bargainer who can make anything happen. So, this has been a highly recommended series. I've been waiting a long time to read it, so I think now is the time to start plowing through my TBR full force. Next is It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. This book, I can already feel it. This book is gonna punch me right in the gut, especially because of things that have been happening recently. And from all I understand of this, there is this girl named Lily who starts dating this neurosurgeon named Ryle Kincaid. But then her first love and link to the past she's left behind, he comes back up and threatens everything. This one's gonna hurt. I can feel it. Next, we have From Blood and Ash by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I am so sick of hearing about this book, and I just need to read it already. But honestly, guys, it might sound stupid, but I think I'm gonna go out and buy the hardcover from Barnes & Noble, because the paperback is, I think, what's deterring me. I hate paperbacks like this. It's just, like, so hard and compact and short. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I mean, I guess it's not that bad, but it's like the hardcovers of these big fantasy books are so much more satisfying. And honestly, I don't know anything about this, and I would like to keep it that way because I already see way too many TikToks about it. Next, we have House of Hollow by Crystal Sutherland, and this is about three sisters that disappear and then return a month later with no memory of what happened, and then after time their appearances begin changing, and people find it super strange. And then one of the sisters goes missing, leaving behind clues as to where she went, and the other sisters go looking for her, but they aren't the only ones looking. apparently they're supernatural related, and then they start to figure out what happened to them 10 years ago. Finally want to get this over with too. This is a pretty short one, so I don't think it'll take me long. And then finally we have An Emotion of Great Delight by Tahira Mafi. This is about a Muslim trying to live in 2003, several months since the US officially declared war on Iraq. Tensions are high, hate crimes are on the rise, FBI agents are infiltrating local mosques, and it focuses on a character named Shadi. Trauma. Her father is dead. No, her brother is dead. Her father is dying. Her mother is falling apart, and her best friend has mysteriously dropped out of her life. Oh, this one's gonna hurt too, but yeah. That is my TBR for July. I know it's a lot of books. It's 12 books, but at the rate I was going, I was able to finish A Court of Wings and Ruin, A Court of Frost and Starlight, and The Shadows Between Us in a week. I was able to finish Den of Vipers and the poetry book in a week, and I was able to finish A Court of Silver Flames in 5 days. So I'm really hoping that I'm able to get through at least half of these, because that would just totally make my month. So there you have it. That's what I'm planning to read. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know in the comments down below if you've read any of these and what you thought about them, or what you plan to read in the month of July. And as always, thank you for your support, and I will see you again next time for a new video.